Meryl Streep asked VP Kamala Harris the elephant in the room question the other day. She said, I think you're going to win in November, but what happens if he meaning DJT, and the officials refuse to accept and certify the results? And honestly, more people should be talking about this. And I know at first this seems like a wonky out there question, but it really isn't. Our system is very complex. And as you know, it's not just the majority who decides who wins, but there's a lot of moving parts to selecting a president. I went to Yale Law School where I focused in constitutional law, specifically the Electoral College. And DJT has hired a team of very smart and tricky lawyers and understand the legal ins and outs of this process and are already mounting a ground game to do just that, refuse to certify. They don't teach this in schools, but it's critically important, so I'll explain it to you as simply as possible because you need to understand how this works. Okay, so a bit of background. There are 538 electors. To win, you need 270. In each state, this group of electors is called a slate. Really, they're just a bunch of individuals like you and me. Now, here's where the tricky part comes in. In order to win these electors, the results have to be certified. It's not a given that someone just wins. Certification is necessary, and that's basically just saying, hey, this was a free and fair contest, and everything has been counted. But local and county officials, the people responsible for certifying these results, can essentially just go rogue. Their defense for this would be that there was fraud on some level. And this isn't just some crazy legal theory, this is happening. A recent Rolling Stone article found that there are at least 70 officials in key swing states that are 2020 deniers with a history of pro-DJT radical conspiracies. They support the big lie, and make no mistake about it, as Mark Elias, one of the main lawyers for the VP Harris team, put it, and I quote, I think we are going to see mass refusals to certify in November. Republicans are counting on not just that they can disrupt in big counties, they are counting on the fact that if they don't certify in several small counties, you cannot certify these statewide results. So what does that mean in practice? Take Georgia, for example, where the state board has been captured by DJT loyalists. If there are enough local and county officials that say, hey, we think that the Democrats pulled some funny business here, and we're not going to certify these results because of it, in a lot of cases, the board can and won't certify. And if there's enough of them, that might prevent the Secretary of State from being able to certify as well. And certainly the Democrats will sue, but it's going to be a challenge. And here's the thing. If neither DJT or Kamala reaches 270 or gets a majority, it becomes a contingent. Dario, what's a contingent? It's what happens under the 12th Amendment. The guiding rule is if neither gets a majority, then it goes to the House of Representatives. And the Republicans control the House, so then they get to pick the president. And then the Senate gets to pick the vice president. This actually happened once before in 1824. Andrew Jackson won the majority. The race was split between 4, so nobody got the full 270. And it went to the House, and instead they picked John Quincy Adams to be president. All of this is very real. And to quote Mark Elias again, the other side is more ruthless, more organized, and more prepared. DJT has already told his supporters, you don't even have to come out in November. DJT and large members of the GOP are banking on this, and they have the machine to do it.